Here you go, Jordan. Mike Riley's future at Oregon State. Mike Riley's future at Oregon State. Jordan, you have 2 minutes.
So when you look at the scope of the two primary universities that we have in Oregon, the Ducks, the Beavers, and you want to talk about what they've done lately, one thing that Mike Riley has yet to do is embrace the innovation that we have seen throughout the scope of college football. Think about it. When Chip Kelly came into office in University of Oregon, what did he do? He installed an offense and exploited talent and put them in spaces in which they could excel in a way that we haven't seen before on Rich Brooks Field when you go to Eugene on a Saturday afternoon. Now, what have we seen from Riley? We've seen the same pro-style offense that he's ran. We've seen the same huddle after every single time, unless you're down and you need to make a comeback quickly. Embracing innovation and putting guys in space and different ways that you need to do that to excel your team to the next level is something that we haven't seen from him yet. This is why every single year, Oregon State is a competitive team. They're not a top-notch team. They're maybe in the bottom of the BCS, but they're not competing for anything on a national spectrum because he doesn't want to move forward. One way in which he could do this is adopt a quarterback that wants to move in the pocket. Maybe in a situation when he doesn't have anything there and they want to design a run. Or if they want to have multiple running backs rather than showcase one. Or if one guy goes down that's a preeminent key cog, when you're running that fly sweep, the fly sweep seems to go away when he had the Rogers brothers. But then when you have another receiver such as a Brandon Cooks, who's tremendous in what he does on the outside, he may not want to line him up in the slot as much. He may not want to put him in the backfield as much. Embracing innovation is something that college football is all about. And unless Mike Riley does that, his future will be very short at Oregon State.
All right, well done, Jordan. Hang on to that for a second. Hang right here. Let's get a quick thought from Dusty Hara.
I like your delivery, and I like your confidence, and I think that there was no nerves whatsoever. It's a good thing and a bad thing, but I think that a lot of the Oregon State fans will sit there and say, Mike Riley's future at Oregon State is it's not going anywhere because he has taken a program from nothing to something, and he does a very good job. But on the other hand, you're generating conversation. I think that's always good because there are the Mike Riley haters, I guess, and you're going to relate to them. I could tell you're a Duck fan because when you drop Rich Brooks Field and Chip Kelly's innovation, I get that. But by me kind of knowing that, I thought you did a great job of selling your knowledge of Oregon State. And I commend you for that because I could tell you're a Duck fan, but you still have a lot of knowledge on the Beavs, and that's something that's tough to do, and you're going to need it.
And from Ryan Cooley.
Well, Jordan, you were one of my favorites coming out of the audition, and one thing that you will do, whether I agree with you or not, you're going to get the phones to light up if you start to question Mike Riley, who's been on the show. And so I like that about you. I know you're going to get a response, and I think I felt that same way in your audition, so you carried that through. I was expecting a lot from you, and you delivered.
Let's get a thought quickly, Jordan. Hang on from your coach, Isaac.
Yeah, I totally agree with what Ryan just said because we all love Mike Riley, and some of us are blinded by the fact that we just really like the guy, and we think he's done a good job. Dusty's right. I mean, he really has done a good job there. But you related to an entire section of people who are waiting for someone to call it out and say, hey, man, let's go further. He should embrace this. He should do this. And I thought that was great. I think you're going to relate to part of radio is just thinking about what people have ideas about, and they want to relate to you. They want to hear what they're thinking from you, and you did that with your comments. And the other thing that you did really well was you framed them all and brought it to a crescendo. You paid off your point and said, hey, that's why Mike Riley may not last long. That was good. Not enough hosts do that. So good job.